name is Rosa Schofield and my candidate number is 0087.
My name is Lauren Ecclestone and my candidate number is 0062.
Two straight gins, please, Saunders. When is he coming?
Now, I suppose. Today, any moment.
Jane, I wonder if he's changed.
I can't think so. That type never does.
I think that type like that is most reverent.
Thank you.
Thank you, Saunders.
I just packed a few things very hurriedly. I thought perhaps writing for a few days, just until our passports are properly vised.
Passport?
Yes, for America.
Don't be ridiculous.
I'm sorry. I'm all worked up. It was the most frightful shock. And the funny thing was, I had a presentiment when I woke up this morning.
So did I.
Yeah, now.
We must stay calm and talk it over quietly. It's the only way. Have a cigarette. Now then, we've got the whole day before us.
I only hope we have.
I don't think he'll arrive before lunch.
He might. He never had the slightest restraint. Oh, after 5 years, I don't think it's so cruel.
It could have happened before. That would have been much worse.
No, maybe we'd have more strength to resist.
Don't be silly. We've never been bursting with that kind of strength.
Hey, can you get the blue bottle? Maurice. It gives me a fearful sort of illegitimate thrill even to read his name.
Now then, Jane.
I wonder if he realises he's the most grand passion in both our lives.
Of course he does. It's almost his profession.
Our love for our husbands is on a different plane all along, much nicer and worthier, not so soul-shattering.
I wonder if he speaks English now.
He was so lovely in French.
What would William Fred say if they knew?
Don't.
Fred, I think, would be sensible after the version of it all had worn off.
I really wouldn't.
Well, it's not as if we've been unfaithful since marriage. And it's not like we're in love with them anymore.
Not at the moment. But suppose he arrives and he's just as attractive and glamorous as ever. We'll go down like ninepins.
I shan't. I know I shan't, Jane. I'm much too fond of, Fred.
Yes, well, I've been bolstering myself up all morning, arguing I'm too fond of Willie and everything's quite different now. But I don't know. I'm afraid, terribly afraid, you see. Julia! We've got to face facts. We're not really in love with our husbands anymore. I had seen with Willie about it only last night. We're awfully happy. There's a lovely firm basis of comradeship and all that. But the real being in love part is dead. We can't have anything else after all this time.
Oh, yes, I said all that to Fred this morning.
Julia, I do wish we hadn't. When we did.
It's a fat lot of use wishing that now.
Don't you see? Well, I suggested in the first place. We must go away at once. It's our only way.
Well, I shan't. It would be most cowardly.
A blind goat could do that, dear.
All the same, I shall stay.
If you do, I shall.
Well, there's almost a week's necessity of both of us to stay.
If you think I should enjoy myself in Brighton, or you're going around London with Maurice, you're very much mistaken.
I should be too upset to gallop.
No, dear, it won't do.
What do you mean it won't do?
We will stand or fall together.
Well, I don't mind standing together, but I shall not fall. It, would be most embarrassing.
Anyway, I'm not going to look up anything.
Very well, I shall go and you can stay.
Yes, all right.
What happened to standing or falling together?
Well, you see, I'm going to sacrifice myself for for you.
Liar!
Julia, how can you?
I thought so.
I don't know what you mean.
Oh, yes, you do.
If you're going to be cross, I shall go.
I'm not the least bit cross. I'm just seeing right through you, that's all.
Seeing right through me. Who was it today who wouldn't leave London? Because it would be cowardly, huh?
Are you insinuating, dear, that I shall want to stay?
I'm not insinuating, dear. I'm dead certain of it.
Ha! Ha! Really, Jane?
You're simply longing for him.
Jane?
You are, you know you are.
So do you.
Certainly I am.
Jane, you must be very careful.
I'm always careful.
I don't mean with him, dear. I mean with us.
Oh.
Don't you see what's going to happen? Yes. It's always the way. When sex comes up, it wrecks everything. It's a beastly rotten thing.
Didn't wreck us before.
We weren't together before. If we hadn't been, we would have been the blackest of enemies in under 5 minutes.
Yes, as it were, you were quite upset when I met him afterwards.
I was awfully sweet about it.
It was too late for you to be anything else. I took jolly good care not to let anyone know until it was all over.
Yes, I suppose that's true.
We've been friends, great friends, respectively since we were 8 and 9.
And in all probability, it's going to wreck it all.
Certainly, unless we are cunning.
No, I shan't believe you.
Well, neither will I, we're fairly good on that point.
It's only natural, after all, that we shall want to stay.
It's only natural that when we do see him, we shall fight like tigers.
Jane, do you think we will, really?
It's unavoidable. We almost started just now out of sheer anticipation.
Oh, Jane, how miserable I am!
Nonsense, you're thoroughly thrilled and excited.
Not altogether. I'm torn between my better self and my worse self. I never knew there were two of me until this moment so clearly defined. I want terribly badly to stay and be a true and faithful wife, and to look after Fred and to live in peace. And I want terribly badly to stay and have violent and insolent love made to me, and to be frenziedly happy and supremely miserable.
We're both in the same boat. But the most awful contingency is that one of us may give in utterly, leaving the other one shrouded in unrewarded virtue.
The one that he fancies most.
Exactly.
But there won't be any virtue at all, just biting jealousy.
We must make a vow that however badly one or both of us behaves during this dark and scarlet period before us, when it's all over and died down, we can reinstate ourselves with the same concrete basis of friendship and intimacy, without a single sacrificing of pride on either side.
Oh yes, you darling, I vow it now.
So do I.
Darling, mwah, mwah.
Whatever we do,
And whatever we say,
contemporary unhinged by sex.
perfect